What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a full face brush review on the Sculpt and Blend 2 10-piece brush set by BH Cosmetics. And here are what all the brushes do look like, and as you can see, it does have, I want to say, a good variety of face and a good variety of eye brushes. And my brushes are all clean and drying at the moment, so I figured why not? This would be a very good opportunity to kind of test out these brushes. I'm very excited to show you guys how they work. The quality of the brushes are very soft and they blend nicely and all of that. I bought a BH Cosmetics brush set in the past, and I mean, it was good, but I wasn't a big fan of it. It was like one of those like really big rollout brush sets that came in like 24 piece or even more. I'm not even sure. But the quality of them weren't as good as I thought they were going to be. It was actually one of my very first brush sets way back in the day. It was like years ago. And I wanted to try it out. They had a bunch of brushes in it, and I was like, you know what, let's try it. One or two of the brushes I use now, but I don't use any of those anymore. I have better brushes now, obviously. The glow up is real. I wanted to give BH Cosmetics a try again because I haven't used any of the brushes in years, and I'm very impressed with these ones. So if you guys are interested in seeing how this set works for me, then just keep watching. They do have a brush description on them, the number of the brush and what exactly that brush is. So I may refer to that just so you guys know what brush is what. I've already prepped, I've already primed. The color corrector that I'm going with is the Silly Color Photo Chic Dark Spot Corrector. And this is more of like that salmon shade. So that's going to go right underneath my eyes just to hide any of those dark circles. All summer I have been loving this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and this one is in the shade Desert Beige, and I already bought a backup because this one's starting to run out. I've got the foundation on the back of my hand, and we're going to go in with this brush 123. This is the flat top buffing brush. Doesn't feel as dense as I would like it as far as a foundation brush. So I don't know, we'll just see how it goes. I'm just gonna apply my foundation, get some of that on my brush, and let's just start buffing. Definitely not as dense as I'm used to, but it seems to be buffing out my foundation. And then I'm just going in with some Tarte Shape Tape. I'm just gonna use a sponge because that's what I like. That's what I know, that's what I prefer for the under eye concealer and just the highlighting in general. So to set the highlighted areas, I'm going in with Ulta's setting powder. This one is in the banana shade, and I am using the BH Cosmetics brush 125, and this is the tapered contour brush, but I feel like this is gonna set really nicely, so we're just gonna go with it. One brush can have more than one uses, and I feel like this would be the best to set those highlighted areas, and I'm actually really liking this for that. Here is the nose contour brush. This is the brush that kind of sold me on the whole brush set because I've never seen a nose contour brush like this before, and when I saw it I was like, interesting. So this is 131 nose contour brush. Going with my NYX contour cream. I always go in with a cream contour for my nose first. I'm just gonna dip that in and kind of let the edges get dark, so you can see there's a little bit of product on those pointy edges. And let's just go down and see what happens. You hit a little bit of highlight at the inner groove of that and kind of push it down. You should be able to get a really pretty highlight with that. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfect, and this one is an opal. We're just gonna put a little bit of that on the inner groove of the brush. I feel like I need to go back over with the contour. I probably should have done the highlight first. I don't know how I feel about this brush. I feel like it's a little streaky. kind of gimmicky in a way. I've never seen a contour brush like this, and I feel like it's just not doing what I want it to do. I'm going to go back in with this dome brush and just set that highlight with the Makeup Revolution highlighter in Gold Attic. Set the nose contour with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette powder. I'm just going to go with this middle shade right there. And then this is brush 127. This is the Angled Face Shader brush, which I like. It's very, very dense, and you can get a really precise crease with that. So we're just going to go ahead and set that nose contour. Ooh, I like that. Sharpen that up a little bit. Next brush I'm going in is 124 face blending brush, and this one I'm gonna use for powder. I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus press powder, and this one is on its deathbed. It is in golden tan, and look how much product is in there, like barely anything. But I still feel like I can get the most out of it. We're just gonna work with it, I usually use like a fluffier brush, but I mean, it's working. It's definitely setting my foundation. I'm going to quickly do my brows, and I will be back, and we will go in with the contour and highlight and figure out an eye look with the minimal brushes that I do have. I literally have like 3-4 eye brushes, so I'll be back. I used the ColourPop brow pencil, and luckily this had a spoolie because this brush set does not have a spoolie, so I just ended up using a spoolie on the brows today. Try and clean up my brows with this pencil in 132. This is a precision detailer brush, so this should definitely help clean it up. And we're going to go in with the NYX concealer in a pot. Oh yeah, this brush is definitely dense enough to clean up. Not bad with cleaning up the brows. I like that. Now we're going to jump right into contouring, and I am going to pick up this brush again. It's 125 tapered contour brush, just a contour. I did use it for my highlight, so we're going to see how it is for contouring. We're going to go in with this middle shade right here. Giving off a bad contour. I'm digging it. It is a tapered brush. It'll be deeper in the contour, and then it's just gonna blend out as you're blending upwards. Now we're going back in with 127 Angled Face Shader brush. I'm gonna dip into this more deeper shade and deepen it up. That's sharp. I'm going to have to blend that out. That's a little too sharp for me. I think I underestimated how pigmented that was about to be. Oh no, I think I screwed up. We definitely know that this brush is pretty freaking serious because it gives you a super harsh line. It worked for me down my nose, but I like a harsh line on my face. I just don't like that much of a harsh line. But we're just going to roll with it, because, you know, it's all about experimenting and trying to figure it out. Let me go ahead and bake that area, just see if that helps any. Alright, so we pretty much just baked, and hopefully that helps the contour a little bit. So this is the Small Deluxe Blending Brush. I feel like this would have been better for my contour because it's kind of big for the eye, but let's just go with it. So let's go in with the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible palette, the deluxe edition. Not recently came out, but it's her latest one. This shade for the whole eye. I'm just gonna go in. This brush is definitely good if you want to cover up your whole eye surface, which is really good for like quick everyday look, and that's what I'm just gonna going for. I'm not going for anything dramatic or detailed. Now going in with 130 large shader brush. This would be great to pack on the lid, but I'm just going to use it to highlight my brow bone. Oh my gosh, yes, that highlight is so pretty. It's actually this shade right here. Now going in with 129. This is the small round blending brush. Build that dimension up. Going back in with 132. Just smoke out that lower lash line. Alright, so I'm just going to put some mascara on, throw some lashes on, clean up the baking, and then I'll come back with the highlighting. I'm deciding to go in with the 126, and this is the Precision Blush Brush, but I feel like this will definitely remove any of the baking that I have going on, so let's go ahead and do that. See what happens here. Alright, so the baking did help clean that up. It's still a little bit harsher than I planned, but not as bad as it was, I hope. In person, it looks a little bit softer, I feel, than it does on camera. But with the same brush, I'm going to go in with highlighting, go back into the Deluxe Edition palette, and let's go in with this champagne shade right here. Hit that on the higher part of my cheek. Oh yeah. So there you have it. I dipped into all of the Sculpt and Blend 2 brushes. This is definitely a set that you can create a full face with. From the foundation all the way up to the eyes, cleaning up the brows, all that you guys saw, how it all went down. If this was the only brush set that I had, or if I was looking for a brush set, this is something that I would definitely recommend. They're super soft and I love the way that they blend on the face. The only thing that I was kind of disappointed about was this 127 angled face shader brush, only because I think it was my fault. I underestimated how dense this brush was and I just kept like packing on color, and it is a very, very dense brush, so you're going to pick up more pigment and then it creates a even sharper line. So I would be very, very careful when playing with this, but it worked great on my nose contour, which I love the way it contoured my nose. It was a win-lose kind of like situation. I just feel like I need to play with it more because obviously this was my first time kind of digging into them and seeing how they applied, so I totally did not think to be a little bit light-handed with this brush. So that was my fault, but other than that, this brush right here I feel like could have been a little bit gimmicky because, I mean, I did the whole concept of contouring on the outside and then highlighting on the bridge of the nose, which it did work that way, but I kind of had to play with it, work with it a little bit just to get it the way that I wanted it, because just going like this in this up and down motion is gonna give you a map of it, but it's not really gonna put it on without like kind of individually like blending out each side of the contour and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? These are definitely something that I would highly recommend. They are definitely multi-use, which I love that fact about them, and they're super cute. You can't go wrong with the matte handles and then the gold detail with the brushes. Like this video if you found it helpful. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll also list my Twitter, my Facebook page, my Instagram, and my vlogging channel and Snapchat all around here, so definitely go check that out, and all the links will be listed down below as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!